The new topic is data collection and presentation. It's going to be our next topic. And here we are going to see, we learn how to collect and analyze data. How do you collect? How do they know that if you collect a certain sample, then you can know that the mean is this, the average age is this, and so on. So we are going to learn all those skills under this topic here. So from there, I think you can able see, we are going to start by defining what data is. Data is information or facts collected for analysis or reference. So when you collect information, for example, in this class, I can collect data about your age. Then I can know how many people are between maybe 11 to 13. How many people are above 13? How many people are below 11? So that's how we can analyze that. It helps us to know how the class is distributed. But that one we shall see more up there. So data is just, today we are going, in this lesson basically we are going to go through how do you collect and analyze data. So we have types of data. Here we are going to be basically having two. What we call the qualitative and what we call the quantitative. For example, when I show you this marker here, so this marker, some people like red as their favorite color. So that is that data. If I put now all the favorite colors around, that would be qualitative data I've collected. Some people like food. You know, girls, they have their types of food they like most, and also boys. Boys, you have your type of food you like most. So if I collect that, that's also qualitative. So it's about someone's preference about something. So like cars, people like different teams, sports teams, and so on. So then there we come to what we call quantitative. So the thing here in quantitative is that you can't describe how much or how someone loves the color. You don't know, you can't tell that this one likes this color 50%. So you can't tell those figures, you can't describe them specifically. So that's why we say this data can't be given numerically. You can smell at something and you say, it smells good. So we cannot determine that how good it smells. You can't get a figure. Okay, so quantitative, this is the data that can be numerically given, i.e. it can be counted, measured, and mathematically analyzed. E.g. height. Now you can measure my height. From down to top, you can measure my height. You can measure my weight. So that's what we call quantitative. Quantitative. We can measure, we can analyze, and so on. You can analyze why I'm weighing like that, why my age. Okay? So that's what we call quantitative. So for them, we can measure them. So when we come to, even now, quantitative is going to be divided into two. We have what we call the discrete and then continuous. Discrete, this can only take on specific values. E.g., I don't know if I can, but I would have show you the shoes I'm putting on. So I'm putting on a specific size. You see my shirt, specific size. My trousers, specific size. So these are data. This is data that can take on only specific values. For example, my gender. I can't be a female. So I'm specific. I'm belonging to a certain gender, which I can't, So those are what we call discrete. So they take on specific. All numbers, so you see that the number, like for example, we have our parking there. It takes on specific number of cars. It can't go beyond 50. So those are what we call discrete data. Then we have continuous data. This data that can take on any numerical value, e.g., age, height, weight, etc. Now my age, I can be 15, I can be 20, I can be 4. I was 4, sometime I was 10, sometime I was 15, sometime I was 18. Even now I'm having a certain age. So those ones I can take on any age I want. So those ones we call them continuous. Okay, they are continuous. We are going to keep on. My height, when I was 4 months, I think I wasn't up. I decided when you couldn't see me if I was standing before this. So that's what we call it. So that keeps on changing. Okay, these are things that keep on changing. But your gender, it can never change. Whether you are 30 or 5 or 10, it's not going to change. So this one takes on specific. Then in here, this age of height, weight, you see that as you grow, your weight is going to change. Then our groups, let us start by doing this activity. So in the groups of 5, identify the types of data given, whether discrete, continuous, or quantitative. It's the data you are not doing in our groups. Then here, use that below to answer the questions that follow in the groups of 5. Here they are giving you students, gender, food weight, and so on. So it's up to you to describe. So you are taking this and this in your groups. So you have started, you are going to use roughly 10 minutes for these two. I'm going to sample the groups, then we see what follows. Okay, so get that marker and then this one. You distribute them and then the papers. Okay, I think those minutes are enough. So you are going to use group. I have here group 8, group B, and group A. So these are the groups we are going to use. So let me pin them here. We have this group here. You see how group B, this is group 8. I think you can see how they are putting their data. This is group E. So group E, then you can go there. Group is here. So we also have group D, B, and also group E. So group B, this is what they are having. So they are presenting to us. And this is, I'm taking this part from group. So here we have 2 for this number. But please, next time I want you to number the work. So whoever never, you are going to lose amount, so not number the work. So these are the 3 groups we are going to use. Whose data we are going to use, all whose samples we are going to use. So we have group 8, B, and E. I think everyone can see them properly. Okay, so the question was, in the identified activity was identify the types of data given, whether discrete, continuous, and quantitative. So here we have color of a car. Color of a car, group 8 is telling us it's quantitative. Why quantitative? Because you can't measure it. So then the taste of a mango, there is telling also quantitative, which is very okay. Then the age is saying it's continuous, it's very okay. Then size of a trouser, discrete. Then mass. Are they right? They're telling us that it's continuous. Then we have smell of a perfume. Also, this is going to be qualitative. So here we are taking 6 out of 6. So if you change, I don't need to change the work to different groups, you extend the work. So if they are adding, we put them, we give them their mark 6 out of 6. This is group 8. Can we clap for them? Okay, not too much. Just a simple clapping. I told you how to clap. I told you the baboon clap. Can you try that? Baboon? Clap? Okay. Stepping now. How do you call the stepping upright? Okay. Anyway, let us come to group B. Group B, we have, use the data below and answer the question that follows. These are what they are giving us. So what is missing in the database above? So group B is telling us the gender of B. These are students A, B, C, D, up E. So gender of B is missing. Okay. Food of E. So food of E is missing. It is okay. Weight of D. Weight of D is missing. Age of C. Where I see? Age of C is missing. Then B, which columns or column above has, remind me the one, qualitative data. Qualitative, someone is telling us food. Why do you think is giving quantitative? Food as quantitative? Because it's a okay. So food is okay, it's qualitative. Someone favorite food type. Then pens used is telling us it's also quantitative. Then below manual today we are not able to complete. Then we turn to group E. So group E, they're telling us that discrete, they're telling us gender. Okay? Then they are telling us continuous data. They are giving us weight, then age. Okay, then gender they're telling us that it's what? Discrete. Then how can you improve the database below? Above. So I didn't see anything here. So people never wanted to put this. Why? I didn't see part C. Is there any group with part C? No one did part C. How can you improve the database above? Yes. By filling the gap. By filling the gaps. Okay, that's one. We can fill the gaps. This. But how are you going to fill them because you don't have those students? By calling them and you get information from them. Okay. So you call the students and you get information from them. Any other way to improve it? What special thing do you think we can add here? The height of the students. Yeah, you can also add the height. If you want to improve, you can also add the height. Okay. Yes. Date of birth. Yes, date of birth. You can also add date of birth there. Place of birth. So there are many ways you can improve this data. If you want to get enough information about the students, you need to know where they are coming from, the height, date of birth, someone has said, place of birth. So that's how you can improve this. So can you now, individually, you can now make notes about this and you include in the things we have not captured here in your groups there. So that's it. I wish you well. Then try out exercise in the learner's guide there about the same idea here. Okay, so that's it. I wish you well.